The rise of n8n is changing the automation landscape. Businesses everywhere are starting to use it to optimize their workflows, and those who aren't are getting left behind. They're automating all the boring tasks and having the AI agents completely handle their customer support while improving the engagement. But what if I told you just having an agent without providing the proper knowledge base can actually harm your business? I'm going to explain what RAG and vector databases are, because I'm going to show you how to build a RAG agent step by step so you can increase your AI's accuracy by up to 50%. But before we dive into that, I'm going to show you some use cases so you can better understand the power of this system. The first example is an email customer support agent for your e-commerce store that pulls answers straight from your documentation, FAQs, or even product manuals without any fabricated information. Doctors can use it to instantly access treatment plans or even patient history without having to flip through pages and pages of records. RAG stands for Retrieval-Augmented Generation and lets AI look up relevant info from your data in real time to give smarter, context-aware answers. Vector databases help AI find and compare information based on meaning, not just the exact words. So RAG uses vector databases to search your data by meaning so the AI can retrieve the most relevant information and generate accurate, informed responses. The first thing we're going to do is create our knowledge base. I'm going to be using Google Docs for the moment because I want to keep this example simple, but keep in mind you can upload images, audio, textbooks, PDFs, and even entire websites to these databases. This is actually my wife's media kit for her social media business. I'm going to use it in this demo to build an email agent or draft responses to brands that want to collaborate or sponsor her. The next thing we're going to need is a vector database, and I like Pinecone because it's beginner friendly and it's free. So go to pinecone.io, just go ahead and create an account. And now for the automation platform, n8n. And just a reminder, everything will be linked down below, so you can go ahead and click those links as well. Go ahead and make an account. There is a 14-day free trial. Once you have an account, go to just your overview and go to create workflow. And the very first node that we're going to create is a trigger node. And since we create a Google Doc, we're going to be using a Google Drive node that will be triggered anytime that Google Doc is updated. So click the plus sign, click Google Drive, and we're going to choose on changes to a specific file. So the next thing you're going to need to do is create a credential. So go ahead and click that, click Open Docs, click this Google Cloud account. And if you're not signed in, go ahead and sign in. Then you're going to click Console. Now you want to create a new project. So go ahead and click New Project. Go ahead and title it whatever you want. RAG Demo. Hit Create. Select Project. Type in API and Services and click that. Once you're here, go ahead and hit OAuth consent screen. Hit Get Started. Name it whatever you want. RAG Demo again. Type in whatever email you want. I'm going to go with this one. Hit Next. Hit External. Next. I'm going to use the same email. Hit Next. Hit Agree. Continue. Create. Then you're going to hit Audience and you want to add test users. I'm going to use the same email. So once you have your email, hit Save. Then you want to go and type in Google Drive API, and it should pop up here, and hit Enable. Now you're going to go over to the left and hit Credentials, then hit Create Credentials, OAuth Client ID, Application Type, Web Application. Then you want to go all the way down to Authorize Redirect URLs. Click Add URI. Then you want to go back to n8n and go back to your node and copy this URL right here. Paste that. Hit Create. Now you have your client ID and your secret. Go ahead and copy those and paste them. Paste that here. Remember not to share this with anybody. Go ahead and hit Save. Then you want to go ahead and sign in. Hit your account. Hit Continue. Hit Select All. Continue. And you should be all set. Should be green here. I'm going to leave this to every minute. I'm going to leave this to change it to a specific file. Now we're going to select from the list. And if we go back here, I titled it OHB Collab Docs. So that's what we're going to look for. OHB. It's right there. Go ahead and click it. And I wanted to watch for when the file is updated. So I'll go ahead and leave that. Now let's test it. Let's see if this is the right one. Okay, yes, it is. OHB Collab Docs. The next node we're going to need is a Google Drive download node. Google Drive. And we're going to select download file. So you don't have to redo the credentialing because we did it already. As you see here, we're still logged in. For resource, we're going to leave it as file, operation download, from list. Same thing, we're going to look for OHB, collab docs. Go ahead and select that. Test step. All right, it works. From here, we're going to push everything into our vector database. And the one I like to use is Pinecone. Like I said, Pinecone vector store. And we're going to select Add Documents to Vector Store. Go ahead and select that. And you're going to have to create a new credential. Click Create New Credential. So now we're going to go to Pinecone. Now you're going to generate an API key. If you don't see this button right here, just go ahead and click Get Started, generate API key. Go ahead and title it, Rag Demo. Has to be all lowercase. Create key. Go ahead and copy that. Go back to n8n, paste your key, hit save, and it should go green. Go ahead and exit out. We're going to go back to Pinecone, close that, hit database. We're going to create a new index. Go ahead and title it whatever you want. OHB collab docs. We're going to select text embedding 3 small, and just remember the one you selected because we're going to need that information later. Pretty much going to leave everything else. Go ahead and create index. I forgot I already created one that's titled this, so I'm just going to add a 1. Create index. Now we're going to go back to n8n, and we're going to choose from list. So if you remember, I titled it OHB collab docs 1. Go ahead and select that. Then you're going to get out of this by clicking out here. We're going to add our document loader, default document loader. When we download the file, we downloaded it as binary. Let me see if I can click out so you can see it a little bit better. Right here, we download it as binary. So we're going to change this to binary. Leave everything else. Then we're going to have to add a text splitter. Go ahead and select recursive character text splitter. And we'll do 550. Chunk size is how much text is grouped together before processing, while chunk overlap is how much of that text repeats in the next chunk to preserve the context. Go ahead and click out of this. Now we're going to add our embedding. Go ahead and click this. Let's go with embeddings OpenAI. Go ahead and create a credential. Then go to the OpenAI website. Click API platform, log in, hit start building, and just make whatever name you want. If you have a business or you can use your personal name, I'll just use my personal name. Somewhat technical. Doesn't really matter. Insert an email. I'll invite my team later. I don't want to worry about that. You can generate your first API key here. Rag demo. Go ahead and copy. Go back to your n8n. Paste that here. Hit save. Should go green. And if you remember from our vector database, we selected text embedding 3 small. So we'll go ahead and leave it as that. And if you forgot, go back to your Pinecone, check up the indexes, and you should see right here, embedding model, text embedding 3 small. Then we're going to click out of this. One more thing we have to do, we're going to hit add options and then Pinecone namespace. And we're going to name it OHB collab docs. Now let's test the workflow. So this is an issue in the embedding. Let's check it. I totally forgot, but you do have to add some credits, maybe like $2 to $5, should be plenty. So if you go back to the OpenAI where we got our code from, just click continue and just purchase some credits. Now that we have some credits, let's test it again. And it worked. As you can see here, 9 items. Now let's go back and double check in our Pinecone. Once you're here, go to database, hit index, hit the one you created, go to namespace, and you should say here, 9 records, OHB collab docs. Now you can hook this database up to any AI agent that can be triggered by an email, chatbot, webhook. For this example, I'm just going to use the in-house chat trigger in n8n. So I'll go ahead and save this. So let's build another agent from scratch, create workflow. I'm going to go with the chat trigger. Next, we're going to add our AI agent. So go ahead and hit the plus sign, type in agent, AI agent. So right now it's connected to a chat trigger node, but let's say you wanted it to be connected to an emo trigger. You would hit define below. And then if you had the left side here in schema, you would just go ahead and drag the text right in here and change it to an expression. But for this demo, I'm just going to leave it as connected to chat trigger. And now we want to add our system prompt. I'm going to also change that to expression, enlarge it, and just type in your prompt here. Here's my system prompt. You're an email specialist for a food influencer that will negotiate sponsorship pricing. You have access to a database of media kits called collaborations docs. Always sound friendly and casual and use emojis. Go ahead and add a chat model. Click the plus sign right here. We'll go with my chat model. 4O mini is fine. We're going to add a memory, simple memory. That should be fine. Then add your Pinecone vector store as one of the tools. Connect your account. It's going to be retrieving documents as a tool for an AI agent. Collabs. I forget, it can't be any spaces, so OHB collabs. For the description, go ahead and put something there. Call this tool to access collaboration docs information. Keep it nice and simple. OHB collab docs 1, the one we created earlier. Limit 4 is fine. Head options, Pinecone namespace, collab doc. Name it whatever you want. Then you want to add an embedding. Remember, text embedding 3 small. All right, let's organize things a little bit more. Just make it a little better to look at. So there's a few things we want to double check first before we test it out. So you want to go into your prompt. And if you remember, we told the system that it has access to a database called collaboration docs. So you want to go back here and make sure you actually name this to collaboration docs. The second thing we have to double check has to do with our vector database. So we're going to go back to our vector database build. Go ahead and select that. And you click the Pinecone vector store. You remember that we named the namespace OHB collab docs. This has to be the same as the one we named in our Pinecone. So if we check Pinecone, you can see that the namespace here is the same, OHB collab docs. Now we can go back to our agent build. You want to also make sure our Pinecone database here, when you go down, this namespace is also OHB collab docs. So you want to make sure all those are the same. Now we're going to open chat. Let's give it a question. So I asked, hi, I would love to collab. How much would you charge for one Instagram reel? Here's the response. Hey there, for one Instagram reel, I'll charge $3,000. If you're interested in additional options, I have some cool packages that offer more content and features. Just let me know if you want to chat about it. All right, let's see if it's correct. Let's go back to our Google Doc and confirm that it didn't make up any numbers. All right, so if you go down here, here's our media package. One Instagram reel is $3,000. So that's how you do it. Let me know in the comments if you want me to dive deeper into any of the topics that I just discussed. If you want to see me build an email agent for my wife, click this video right here. If you want to learn more about AI agents and automation, check out my page and subscribe.